Hey everyone, this is Dina from Montreal. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my humble abode, still work in progress. So, I come in today to talk to you about the books I got on Black Friday from Book Outlet. So, I got a really good deal, like hardcover books that normally would go for $25.99. I got it for $7.99, which is pretty good for a book. So, the first one is Royal Blood by Amy Carter, which is basically a 17-year-old girl named Evan Bright who knows how to keep secret. She finds out she's an illegitimate daughter of the King of England. She's forced to spend the summer in England. I'm trying to summarize this snippet in the cover. And then after a fun night turns deadly, she becomes the primary suspect in a murder investigation. And the escalating rumors are threatening her life. She fights to uncover the truth, and she discovers royal secrets that's more scandalous than she imagined, secrets that could change monarchy forever. So, based on the snippet, I decided to get it. Now, we're gonna see, is it really a good book? Or the snippet is just, uh, well, I don't want to say a clickbait, but it might be a buy beat. We'll see. I don't know nothing about Amy Carter. I've never read for her before. Next is The Proposal by Jasmine Gerroy. It's quite old, like it was released a long time ago, and I read the first one already. I think it was called The Wedding Date, which is more into it's a diversity. Like she's an author, she has diversity in her book. I like the first one. It was kind of like cute and romantic, had a little bit of spice, which normally I don't read a lot about romantic spice books, but anyway, so again, it was on special, so I decided to get the second one in the series, I think. And this one is about a freelance writer, Nicole, goes to a Dodger game with her actor boyfriend. Wait a minute. Um, anyway, the last thing her boyfriend, his friend, the last thing she expects is a scoreboard proposal. Saying no isn't the hard part. They've been dating only 5 months and he can't even spell her name correctly. It's kind of funny. The hard part is having to face a stadium full of disappointed fans. So, at the game with his sister, another guy, Carlos, comes to Nick's rescue and rushes her away from the camera crew. And he's even there for her when the video goes viral and her social media blows up in a bad way. Nick knows that in the wild of LA, a handsome doctor like Carlos can't be looking for anything serious. So she embarks on an epic rebound with him, filled with food, fun, fantastic sex. But when their glorified hookup starts breaking the rules, one of them has to be smart enough to put on the brake. Kind of interesting, right? So it's funny in the front says not everybody won the proposal, but as you can see on the cover, diversity. So it's kind of nice because it's kind of different from the other books that I normally usually read. Not that I'm against diversity, it's just not all author can actually explain somebody who's not Caucasian properly. So now I got two books. Sorry, man, hair in my mouth. Anyway, it's okay. It happens. So I got these two books by Jack Carr. I've never read for him. The first one is The Terminal List. The second one in the series is True Believer. Well, you might say, why did you get two if you have never read for him? I'll tell you this. Maybe I would like the first one, and then I'll read the second one. And if I don't like the first one, well, I'll figure out what to do with them both. But I like the series. So the Terminal List was on Prime Amazon earlier this year, and I kind of like it. There was a little bit of gore, and I hope that there is no gore in the book. But yeah. Now, the thing I didn't know, and they don't tell you when you buy, how small is that writing? What do they think I am? I mean, I have to read with reading glasses, but this is just gonna straight drive me to blindness. Look at that. Look at the tiny writing. It's like, isn't it that crazy? Anyway, so the first one, well, if you've seen the series on Amazon, you would know it's a On his last combat deployment as a Navy SEAL, Lieutenant Commander James Reed's entire team was killed in a catastrophic ambush that also claimed the lives of the aircrew sent to rescue them. But when those dearest to him are murdered on the day of his homecoming, Reese discovers that this was not an act of war by a foreign enemy, but a conspiracy that runs to the highest levels of his own government. They have taken everything from him. Now it's his turn. With nothing left to lose, Reese applies lessons learned in more than a decade of constant warfare toward avenging the deaths of his family and teammates. In a thriller told with breathless pacing and relentless suspense, Reese ruthlessly targets his enemy in Washington upper echelon without regard for the laws of combat or the rule of law. Driven by love for family and country and an undying need to revenge, James Reese is on a one-man mission to confront the corruption of absolute power and those who would do anything to achieve it. So, isn't that interesting? Well, I suggest you see the series. It was with Chris Pratt. If you didn't, but yeah, there was a couple of scenes gore, so just be forewarned. This is your disclaimer. I don't like gore. I had to close my eyes, and somebody was telling me like to open them when it was over. So yeah. Next one is The True Believer. Now this one, when a bomb goes off during a holiday fair in London, the body count is horrific, and the nation's market goes into a tailspin. This, it turns out, is only the beginning of a series of coordinated and murderous attacks against the whole of the Western world. There is just one man who stands a chance of ending the chaos: former Navy SEAL James Reese. Oh, wait a minute. That sounds a little bit like a Mission Impossible or James Bond thing. Anyway, well, sorry, back to it. Former Navy SEAL James Reese is the only and crucial connection to a shadowy former Iraqi commando who could provide leads to the CIA desperately needs. Reese might be America's last hope. Unfortunately, he is also America's most wanted domestic terrorist. To rein him in, a bargain is struck, and Reese becomes a reluctant tool of the United States government, traveling the globe to target terrorist leaders and unraveling a geopolitical conspiracy involving a traitorous CIA officer and a sinister assassination plot. With worldwide repercussions, there is always another true believer out there, willing to kill for his cause. James Reese will be there to stop him. See? It's like a hero kind of thing. So, man, but look at the thickness of that book. How many pages is that? That's not that bad. It's like 450. Small writing. Anyway, should be interesting. Okay, next one. I got this book, The Agathas. So, you might ask why. I like the cover. And I decided to give it a chance. And I've never read any book to Kathleen Glasgow and Liz Lawson. And this one, last summer, Alice Ogilvy's basketball star boyfriend dumped her. Then she disappeared for 5 days. She's not talking, so where she went? What happened to her is the biggest mystery in Castle Cove. Or it was at least, because now another one of Steve's girlfriends vanished, Brooke Donovan. Alice's ex-best friend, and it doesn't look like Brooke will be coming back. Enter Iris Adams, Alice's tutor. Iris has her own reasons for wanting to disappear, though unlike Alice, she doesn't have the money or the means. That would be changed by the hefty reward Brooke's grandmother is offering to anyone who can share information about her granddaughter's whereabouts. The police are convinced Steve is the culprit, but Alice isn't so sure. And with Iris on her side, she just might be able to prove her theory. In order to get the reward and prove Steve's innocence, you need to figure out who killed Brooke Donovan. And luckily, Alice has exactly what they need: the complete works of Agatha Christie. If there's anyone who can teach the girls how to solve a mystery, it's the master herself. But the town of Castle Cove holds many secrets, and Alice and Iris have no idea how much danger they're about to walk into. So was kind of interesting, and I think it's a young adult book, if I'm not mistaken. So I was like, I'm gonna give it a try. And like Agatha Christie, I'm a fan of the movies. I read a few books, and I mean, like even Agatha Christie herself, she decided to disappear for a while. And it was the whole thing. There's so many YouTube videos about it. So if you want to watch that, uh, go ahead. Now, next one is How to Survive Your Murder. I think it's also a YA book. This one by Danielle Valentine. Again, I have never read for her. It's my year of reading for new authors, and I'm discovering I like. There's a lot of new authors I like new to me, not new in writing. So, and Alice Lawrence is a sole witness to her sister's murder trial. And in the years since Claire's death, Alice's life had become completely fallen apart. Her parents have gotten divorced. She's moved into an apartment that smells like bologna, and she's being forced to face her sister's killer and a courtroom full of people who doubt what she saw in the corn maze a year prior. Claire was an all-American girl, beautiful and bubbly, and a theater star. Alice was a nerd who dreamed of becoming a forensic pathologist and would rather stay at home to watch her favorite horror movies than party. Despite their differences, they were best friends, bonded by sisterhood. Until Claire's was taken away from her on the first day of the murder trial. As Alice prepares to give her testimony, she's knocked out by Sidney Prescott, lookalike, in the courthouse bathroom. When she wakes up, it's a Halloween night a year earlier, the same day Claire was murdered. Alice has until midnight to save her sister and find the real killer before he claims another victim. Dude, it's like a time travel thingy. Isn't that cool? I didn't even read that much before I order it. Anyway, I hope it's good for the sake of Daniel Valentine because I like to review books after I read them. Now, first time to read to David Baldacci. The 620 Men. I got it because of the title, honestly. 620 was intriguing. So, a cryptic murder pulls a former soldier turned financial analyst deep into a corruption and menace that prowl beneath the opulent world of finance. The 620 Man. Every day without fail, Travis Devine, it is Travis Devine, puts on a cheap suit, grabs his faux leather briefcase, and boards the 620 commuter train to Manhattan, where he works as an entry-level analyst at the city's most prestigious investment firm. In the mornings, he gazes out the train window at the lavish homes of the uber wealthy, dreaming about joining their ranks. In the evenings, he listens to the fiscal news on his phone, already preparing for the next grueling day in the cutthroat realm of finance. Then one morning, Devine's tedious routine is shattered by an anonymous email. She's dead. Sarah Hughes, Devine's co-worker and former girlfriend, has been found hanging in a storage room in his office building, presumably a suicide, at least for now, prompting the NYPD to come calling on him. If that wasn't enough, before the day is out, Devine receives another ominous visit, a confrontation that threatens to dredge up grim secrets from his past in the army unless he participates in a clandestine investigation into his firm. This treacherous role will take him from the possibly glittering lives he once saw only through a train window to the darkest corners of the country economic halls of power, where something rotten lurks. And apart from this high stakes conspiracy, there is a killer out there with their own agenda, and Divine is the bull's eye. Ah, I'm already intrigued. I hope it's good. I mean, yeah, just reading that is very intriguing for me. I like a good mystery. It was like, who done it? Figure it out. And normally, I'm proud of myself when I figure it out early on in the book, and then I just get the confirmation I was right. Next one, Dial A for Aunties. I think that was on. It was released like a couple years ago, and it's been on my reading list for at least 2 years, online anyway. And then I was like, this is a kind of book that maybe I would read it if I have it in a paperback format, like a physical book. So I got it. It's not like huge. It's only 295 pages, but again, it's a hardcover book, so it's a little bit bigger than the paperback, like size-wise. But this one, what happens when you mix one accidental murder with 2,000 wedding guests, and then toss in possible curse on three generations of an immigrant Chinese Indonesian family? You get four middling Asian aunties coming to the rescue. So, when Madeline Chen ends up accidentally killing her blind date, her meddlesome mother calls for her even more meddlesome auntie to help get rid of the body. Unfortunately, a dead body proves to be a lot more challenging to dispose of than one might anticipate, especially when it's adver- inadvertently shipped in a cake cooler to the over-the-top billionaire wedding that Mary, her ma, her aunties are working at an island resort on the California coastline. It's the biggest job yet for their family wedding business. Don't leave your big day to chance, leave it to the chance. And nothing, not even an unsavory corpse, will get in the way of her auntie's perfect buttercream flowers. But things go from inconvenient to downright torturous when Mitty's great college love and biggest heartbreak makes a surprise appearance amid the wedding chaos. Is it possible to escape murder charges, charm her ex back into her life, and pull off a stunning wedding all in one weekend? I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I did find okay Jesse Stanto's other book that I read. I made a review about it. I don't remember the title, but it was pretty good. Anyway, got Holly Jackson 5 Survived. Right now I'm reading As Good as Dead. I just started it yesterday. So this one, again, I only paid $7.99 for a hardcover. I don't really like hardcovers, but it's a good price, so why not? 8 hours, 6 friends, 5 survived. That looks like one of us is lying. One Red Kenny is on a road trip for spring break with 5 friends. Her best friend, her older brother, his perfect girlfriend, a friend from school, and the guy Red wishes was more than a friend, but they won't make it to their destination. When their RV breaks down in the middle of nowhere with no cell service, they soon realize this is no accident. They have been trapped by someone out there in the dark, someone who clearly wants them dead. With 8 hours until dawn, the 6 friends must escape, or figure out which of them is the target. But is there a liar among them? Buried secrets will be forced to light, and tension inside the RV will reach deadly levels. Not all of them will survive the night. From the author, blah blah blah. Yeah, enjoy. So, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I mean, it didn't have good vibes online since it came out, but and I got, of course, Killjoy, which was the little novella at the end after As Good as Dead. I mean, I wouldn't buy it. It was like $18 in the store, and I was like, this is expensive to buy for such a small, tiny like novella. Why would I pay that much? Because like I don't know, it's like what 120 pages. So I got it for $7.99, which is good. 6 suspects, 3 hours, one murder. What the heck? They're all the same thing. Well, this second one, anyway. Pip is not in the mood for her friend's murder mystery party, especially one that involves 1920s fancy dress and pretending that their town is an island called Joy. But once the game begins, Pip finds herself drawn into a make-believe world of intrigue, deception, and murder. As Pip plays detective, teasing out the identity of the killer, clue by clue, the murder of the fictional Reginald Remy isn't the only case on her mind. Welcome to Murder Mystery Party of the Year. Okay, so we'll see if that's good. And the last one is Lisa Jewell, The Night She Disappeared. So, again, got it on a good price. I never related to Lisa Jewell before, so that should be interesting, especially that in the back the snippet says it's a beautiful summer night in a charming English suburb when 19-year-old Tallulah and Zach disappear after partying at the massive country estate of a new college friend. 1 year after the kiss turns cold, a writer moves into a cottage on the edge of the woods that border the same estate where the couple disappeared. known locally as a dark place. The dense forest is her favorite area for long walks, and it's on one such stroll that she stumbles upon a mysterious note that simply reads, "Dig here." Could this be a clue to the young couple's disappearance? And what exactly is buried in this haunted ground? With her signature, rich, dark, and erratic, it interactly twisted prose, Lisa Joel has crafted another dazzling work suspense that will keep you on the edge of your seat until the final pages. So, these are my whole 1, 2, 3, 5. I think I have 11 books, you know. So, I'm gonna add them to my TBR because right now I'm reading 2 books already. If you've read any of these books, let me know what you think. Did you like the books? Were they interesting? Did you commend any of these author? Do you like the author? Um, Let me know. Sorry about all the big words that I've mispronounced, whatever. It makes me nervous to read all that on camera. It's not my cup of tea. So, yeah. So, let me know. And I will keep you posted on what I'm reading. I'll be posting a short video soon because I just read a masterpiece of a book that everybody should be reading. It was really truly a masterpiece. So I'll be posting up that review very soon. So let me know if you want to be part of my non-existent book club. I would really welcome it because I would love to read with someone. I know my taste is not the same as everybody else. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much if you made it that far. I hope you have a great weekend. And yeah, enjoy. Happy reading, everyone. And thank you for being part of my online journey, I suppose. Thanks and have a wonderful day. Bye.